Come Thanksgiving grocery shopping with me. I like getting my grocery shopping done a few days early, not only to avoid the crowds, but also because my Walmart will sell out of things. It's just me and my husband this year because if you don't know, we are military and we live all the way across the country from both of our families. So this year it's just us. But I do love Thanksgiving and I love to cook, so I have a pretty decent menu and I'm really excited to get to it. So the oranges were for a honey glaze that I'm making for a ham. The lemon was for the asparagus, and the celery is for stuffing. I make this really good garlic parmesan asparagus, so that's what we're having as the vegetable. I'm also getting a few bulbs of garlic because you can never have too much garlic. Notice how everything is stocked beautifully. It's because it's like 6 a.m. when I was doing my grocery shopping. I like going either early in the morning or late at night when it's empty because I feel like you can just think clearly and shop more comfortably when it's empty. I got all the herbs, mostly for the stuffing, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And then yellow potatoes for the mashed potatoes. I know a lot of people like russets, or that's a popular mashed potato, but I like yellow. Now for the stuffing, I followed a recipe last year that recommended French bread, turning those into croutons, and I really liked it, so I'm doing the same thing. Now, it is fresh, so I'm going to have to throw it in the freezer so that it can last until Thanksgiving. I just want to try my best not to have to come back when, it's all the Thanksgiving craziness. I already got my ham, and this is the one I got. Notice how this chest freezer is so full. By the time it gets closer to Thanksgiving, there'll be none left. And I just don't like the feeling of having to go to multiple stores to get things that I'm depending on for dinner. That ham does come with a glaze packet, but I just make my own. It calls for pineapple juice, and when it comes to this part, I don't want to buy an entire thing of pineapple juice, so I just buy these $2 cans of pineapple slices, and then I use the juice from it. It would just be a waste for us to buy a whole thing of pineapple juice and only use a fourth of a cup for a recipe. I'm getting chicken broth for the stuffing, and it's actually on sale for $1. So I got 2 of these because one is 2 pounds, and if you see the bigger one, which is 3 pounds, is $2. So I got 4 pounds for $2. Love a sale. I only know it was on sale because I make my grocery list in the Walmart app, so I see the prices of things before even going into the store. Now, see, this is the only thing I didn't get, which is brown sugar. It was all sold out. Right here, I thought I found a brown sugar, but it's just light brown sugar, which is not a big deal because I'll use light brown sugar. If anything, I have molasses so I can make dark brown sugar, and that was for the glaze for the ham, by the way. Now a box of Jiffy corn muffin mix because I'm making corn casserole. Sounds weird. It sounded weird to me the first time I had it. A friend made it for one of our Thanksgivings and I literally fell in love with it. So now a can of pumpkin puree because I'm making one pumpkin pie for my husband. I'm not big on Thanksgiving desserts. And I'm not buying a crust because I'm making the crust. Now I'm getting gravy for the mashed potatoes. I'm just using the instant gravy mix because on top of everything I'm doing for Thanksgiving, I'm just not going to make it from scratch. And I like the light one. I don't like the brown one. I don't know. It's just my preference. Now I'm getting some honey for the honey glaze for the ham. I like the most important ingredient. That's pretty much everything from the pantry section of the store. Now for the drinks, I'm getting some sodas. The Cokes were on sale and I love Coke with dinner. Maybe it's the Mexican in me, but I don't want wine or anything else. I just want a soda for a Thanksgiving dinner. Is anybody else like that? Like the drink has to match what you're eating, and for me, Thanksgiving dinner is Coke. Now I'm looking at the champagne options because I want to make mimosas while I'm cooking. I really do love Thanksgiving cooking, and it's something me and my mom and my aunts would drink while cooking and waiting for Thanksgiving to be ready, so it's just like a festive thing to me. And my husband requested apple cider. I've actually never had apple cider, but this is totally something he would like. That one was sticky, so I put that back. Let's get another one. Now for the cold food section of the store, I need butter, a lot of butter, always. They didn't have unsalted butter in the 2-packs, so it is what it is. Now some heavy cream for both the mashed potatoes and for the pumpkin pie. I watch a lot of Acre Homestead on YouTube, and she said you can substitute evaporated milk for heavy cream and pumpkin pie. Now the orange juice for the mimosas. If you can tell, I don't get everything Great Value brand. Some things, like me and my husband are firm on, like Coke and orange juice have to be the real deal. I know everybody has their things when it comes to Great Value brand versus real brand. Like sour cream, for example, my mom is a die-hard Daisy fan. Me personally, I can't taste the difference. So the sour cream is for the corn casserole. And I already have a can of creamed corn at the house. That's pretty much everything, plus a few things to get us through the week up until Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna have a ton of leftovers and eat that probably for a month. So But I am really grateful to be able to buy all these groceries for Thanksgiving dinner. And I feel like being able to enjoy the grocery buying process comes from setting a budget, making a list, and then shopping when the store is empty. So happy Thanksgiving week.